Smile, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. Snatch your head like a buffalo.
All right, Coach. Thank you. EA Sports. FC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run with Cannon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. A carry for Adams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Z, 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 Z! Z, 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 Z!
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss. And it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a dump off to White. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Patriot! Patriot!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On the ground they go with a running back. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit. But how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level. One of the best players in the game.
They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now White. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the pass able to cash in for 6. And he's got it up and through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And
no, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 45 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
They'll run with White. And an alley to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the...
And my goodness, another interception. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And now out come the Patriots. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Michel. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, that's Cannon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try the left side. Adams. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Mahomes got to have this one. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a...
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for New England. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, 15 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right? Yeah,
you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. He's back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught here by Conley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Kelsey out in the slot right. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with time running out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. The give, this is Michel. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give them another shot on 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Ryan Allen now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Taken from just outside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things up?
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a dump off to White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.